My name is Alexandra Jean Auger. I'm a textile artist, a weaver. I live here in LA for now. I've been weaving for about 6 years now, 5-6 years. At the time I started in Toronto, had been looking, like, kind of trying to find what art form I was drawn to. I'm like, I want to be an artist. I am an artist, but I haven't found my thing. I had dropped out of a printmaking course at Concordia in Montreal. Just, it's too exact for me. And I started noticing in 2017, probably, a lot more textile art just coming up on my social media feeds, in my friends' houses, drawn to it, and ended up signing up to a tapestry weaving 101 class in Toronto, just a 3-hour weekend course where they taught us the basics, and just taking that first step got me to start weaving. I mean, it's just the over under, but you need to start somewhere. And since then I loved it immediately, and I've taught myself a lot more about mixing colors and weaving shapes and creating pieces that are more photorealistic. And yeah, I'm hoping to, right now I weave wall hangings mostly, and I would love to expand into housewares or pieces like wearables. I love fashion as well, but I don't really know the first thing about sewing or making clothes. I love rugs, so hoping to just see how far weaving can take me. This is where I work. Got the piece I'm working on now. A few old ones, all of my yarn, which I've tried to rainbow organize, wow, Pinterest. Behind here there's just, inspiration photos. I worked at a art bookstore for a while that had a really great selection of postcards, so yeah, just trust me, they're there. And then, I've got my pinboard of stuff. I have my grandparents who both sadly passed in 2021, and I hadn't seen in a long time, so I like to have them and stuff that reminds me of them around. Friends of mine, photos that friends have taken. This is one of my friend Tess Roby's photographs. She's made some postcard sets, and this is my corsage from prom, because we love prom. Prom is the vibe, always. I'd say usually when I force myself to get out of the house and go on a walk, even though I don't want to. I find a lot of inspiration online, social media, all of that, but when I rely too heavily on that, I can tell that I'm creating work that's in too much of a bubble, or I'm like, oh, I made a tapestry of this image, and now I'm seeing a painter did something very similar. So a lot of that when I'm just walking around my neighborhood. I really like things that feel accidentally poetic, where you're like, that's a beautiful dirty little corner, or this is nice because the paint's peeling, or something's a little fucked up about it. So usually when I'm walking around, always taking little reference photos on my phone, which is usually what I draw off of when I work, or sometimes it'll be a little snippet of conversation I hear pass by. I have this whole phone memo that is just little overheard sentences, phrases even, where I'm like, I want to draw on that. I can't think of an example off the top of my head, but how do I put a visual to this little turn of phrase? Yeah, probably just leaving my own little bubble, which is so hard to do, but always rewarding when I do it.